there because
Okay.
So we are 45 minutes behind schedule.
Yeah. Well, true slam fashion.
And are we ready to really
be slamming if we
get the
started
show
on time.
going here?
Okay, going live. Well, everyone that's watching now is already live, but we're going to start our recording in 5, 4, 3.
Corey here with Slam Radio, here with Jay Babs and Frank Arena at AFTERSHOCK live music venue in beautiful Merriam, Kansas. It's been a 4-year hiatus, but we're back. A lot of people that tuned in earlier waiting for us got to hear us work through our technical difficulties, but I think we got it figured out, and we are live and back 4 years later and 4 years older.
4 freaking years, and we finally got live again. Yeah, it feels good to be back in the seat. I'll be honest, coming up to today, and I hope it's showing my levels are there, so I hope I'm being heard.
Right.
Coming into today, I was skeptical. Yeah, I was like, man, it's been so long. Or is anybody really going to care anymore? Are they going to watch? Are they going to, or are we just going to sit there and be whatever? Now, granted, our streams aren't live tonight for the audio only side of this.
Right.
But we're working on it. This is really kind of our live kickoff.
Well, and more importantly than just a live kickoff, a lot of the shows in the future, we want to plan on getting out. And the idea is, although we're building another state-of-the-art studio like everybody remembers last time, and we're going to use that. We're going to take advantage of that when we can. But the idea is to take the show on the road, is to be able to go out and do these kind of broadcasts throughout Kansas City or wherever we want to go. And so tonight, if you will, was a great way to figure out the problems that we knew we were going to have. We knew coming into tonight that we were going to be met with some technical difficulties that we'd have to figure out, and of course that happened. But hopefully, throughout the night, we're going to get those things worked out to where Slam Radio will be back and be top-notch like you remembered it. But again, keep in mind, before Slam Radio was audio only, and this time we're incorporating
video.
We're incorporating
this is gonna be entertaining.
Yes, and video is going to be a major role in Slam Radio. I know you're like, TV, video, and radio, what's that how have to do with one another? Well, we are in that's where we're taking it, man.
Mark, I'll always be ugly.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in tonight.
And that's where we're taking it.
Can't do anything about that.
And and I couldn't think of a better way to kind of get out.
Our graphics package isn't even on our video tonight. We've kind of got something kind of thrown together.
Yes, guys, and so I know that they say that first impressions are everything, but again, I want everybody that is tuning in tonight to think of this as a pilot episode. It's a way for Jay Babs, who handles a lot of the technical side, kind of see what works and what don't work. The first lesson that we learned rolling in here tonight is check to see what kind of internet the venue has.
Was an absolute. We're on my cell phone internet right now.
Right.
We're on my cell phone.
We're not even using the venue internet. We're using Frank's hotspot, and so that was the first lesson learned. Now I know why. I've had mental breakdowns multiple times over the last 10 years operating out of AFTERSHOCK in the office here. In a nutshell, we have crappy internet here, but we're going to get that fixed. So
just to put some context, behind the bad internet, our upload speeds was 0.06.
Yeah.
No, it was 0.6.
0.6.
Yeah.
It was just over 56K.
Yeah.
Just over.
So if you ever got on the internet, AOL,
right,
back in the day, and we had that type of speeds. It was horrendous.
If we go down about halfway through this broadcast, I ran out of internet on my phone. I'm sorry.
Either that or his phone died.
Yes, we're gonna do our best here, and again, just bear with us. We're just glad to have everybody tuning in and welcoming us back. Again, whether you're on Twitch, Periscope, YouTube, Facebook, you can message us. Everything, no matter what format you're watching and listening on, we still get it on our thingamabopper. You know, that's the thing. You heard these guys just talk about gigawatts and gigawatts, but I don't know what I never
How's a gigawatt?
I never know what these guys are talking about. Never, you know. So it's just always kind of, that's the deal when I hang out with Frank and J Babs. These guys are the technical guys. They know.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, you know more than me.
Go that far.
But anyway, so what's going on at AFTERSHOCK tonight? It's the annual. It's bi-weekly, every other Thursday, hosted by Jillian Lisco. Acoustic mic night, open mic night. Bring your guitar, bring your harmonica, bring your.
How many people are here? Maybe 10, 15?
Right now, 10, 15, but normally people start coming in like vampires once
Turn your camera around. I'll put you full screen.
once like this.
Yeah, all you do, that's a camera. You can.
All right. So
Turn it.
oh, gotcha. We'll put a few people over here on camera. They don't know it. I don't. Are we?
They don't realize it.
Do they need to sign a release or anything like that?
Nope. No. Open air.
No legal issues. All right.
Technically, this is public.
Right. So, you know, to give you an idea of what goes on these open mic nights. Yeah.
Talk about what they're going to be doing. They're on camera anyway.
Yeah. Hey, Joey, come here. Bring your guys over here.
Yeah, you're on the air, by the way.
Yeah, you guys are on candid camera.
All right. So, this is little Frank, guys. Frank's son, Joey. Joey, you want to introduce everybody?
I'm Joey. This is Jordan. Over here, we got Christian, and right here is Matt.
And that's Matt. And they're going to be heading up a show that's going to probably be kicking off within the next week once we kind of get all the bugs.
That's up to us.
Right.
Get everything ready to go.
We got to get all the bugs worked out. But Joey, really quick, just kind of give everybody, what's the name of your show, first of all?
Right now, we're Balderdash Lads, and what we're doing is physical games like board games or card games, and then we might do some round table where we talk about life and current events and stuff going on in the world.
Right on. So not video games, but actual like old school, no batteries required kind of games.
Yeah. I mean, we might do some video games, but that's a heavy might.
Right on. One of the games I would love to see you guys incorporate into your show, which is an old-fashioned board game, and I'll bring a couple ladies in. You ever heard of Twister?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I think that might be something fun and something that a lot of people would enjoy. I mean, of course, Frank's going to have to sign off on that, but with it being a gaming show, are you up for a little oiled-down naked Twister on Boulder Dash? Nothing like that can happen. Frank says no, so we'll let these guys.
But on Slam, that's a different story.
Right. So again, guys. As we get closer to launching their show, we'll give you all the fine details, and that way, for those of you that love games and gaming and stuff like that, you'll want to tune in. And so, again, just to kind of give you an idea of the direction that Slam Radio is going in with audio and video, and incorporating a lot of things that 4 years later that people are into and want to tune into and take part of. So excited about that. Again, that was Joey Arena, Frank's son, and so I'm sure he'll bring the joys and mischief that Frank likes to bring to the table, but probably better. So no offense there, Frank, but I think your boy might have an upper hand on you. I know he's got like what, 30 years? 30 years younger?
Might be 40.
40 years younger? How old are you, Frank?
Well, I wasn't ready to talk yet. I don't want to talk about how old I am, but he's 18 now, so I've kind of lost a little bit of control. So
I would probably ballpark about 43, 44.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
76.
Can't you go higher?
Coming up on 80,
can't you
right?
go lower? What am I saying here? I'm sorry. Now I know what Jason goes through when he's running this platform over here.
It sucks, don't it?
And why you never talk, because you're like, okay, you're trying to watch this, you're trying to watch that, and everything is like everywhere here.
He's got a camera.
Okay, I didn't realize Frank had his own camera.
Yeah. Yeah, I turned yours off because you were like going everywhere. It looked like you were in California.
Yeah, well,
Are you saying I'm not very photogenic?
I think we all are lacking in the photogenic. They didn't hire us
Space
for
for radio.
our good looks, but it's our
Hey,
brilliant personalities.
we're just lucky that we came out here and the sun was going down, because at the right point, boy, I get a good gleam off the top of my head.
Well, and we might need a little extra lighting back here. We're kind of stuck back here in the corner, so let's let that beautiful gleam follow, if you will.
When you go to my camera, all you see is the sun.
The sun.
Right over my shoulder.
Right on. Hey,
Street light.
what I
That's a light.
what
That's
I
a
would,
street light?
yeah. Yeah, Frank. It's 8 o'clock at night.
There, no more light.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
What I would love at this point, since it is kind of a pilot episode, and working out the kinks, is I would love to get some feedback from the people that are tuning in, and some of the things that they would like to see and hear from some, and maybe just to present some ideas, because ultimately, just like last time, right, guys? I mean,
Well, let's start with this. Everybody here has, over 4 years, our motives and our desires have changed of why we do this.
right.
And it's always been, kind of a love for music, especially local music. That's why we're kicking off here at AFTERSHOCK with the acoustic open mic night. I think they're all kind of half-ass waiting on us to do our intro before we kick that.
Right.
But, it's with that said, our loves have kind of changed and evolved a little bit, and why we do what we do has kind of changed.
Yeah.
And I've really gotten into gaming over the past 4 years, being a couch surfer.
Right.
And, that's the wrong term. I haven't.
You've always been a gamer, though.
Right, but over the last 4 years, I've really gotten into it.
You got me into a game that ruined my life.
World of Warcraft.
I've been playing that game for 10 years. Oh my gosh.
So, Corey, go ahead and talk about what you want to get out of Slam. Why you're here. What's making you do this all over again, knowing the hell it's going to cause?
Well,
because
not
everyone
only-
thinks, okay, we're getting the radio, we'll get into streaming TV, we'll get into all this, and we'll have all these friends. And it's the exact opposite.
No, number one, it's expensive. Number two, there's so many hoops to jump through, and more so than there was 4 years ago. I mean, it's difficult. And the thing about it, what we learned last time was that radio's hard, and we give props to those people that do this 9 to 5 for a living, to be able to sit down and try to find enough content to talk about for an hour. It's hard enough. I can't imagine doing it, 5 days a week. But what I think, and why I'm willing to make the sacrifice of jumping back into this, because it eats up a lot of time, is that I always felt that Slam Radio was a glue, if you will. That it was the glue amongst different venues, different musicians, promoters, and so, and I feel, I live and I breathe local music. I live and breathe music in general, and although the idea is to have Slam be multiple things this time and expand into different areas, I know, just speaking from a promoter and the music side of what Slam will be, is something that the music scene needs right now. I love my music family here in Kansas City, and anything that I can do to implement something that kind of brings everything together and maybe takes things and elevates things to another level, I'm all about that, and so that's what I'm hoping for, and even though the three of us are sitting here on this side of the mic, really the radio station is, it's not mine, it's not J Babs, it's not Frank's. We just get the fun of holding down the fort, but the idea is that this is for everybody listening. This is for the people in the music scene. It's for the local gamers. It's for you, the people that listen, and so hopefully hopefully Slam Radio can be that glue again and help elevate. Whether you don't ever tune in to my show or whatever show, maybe there will be a show on Slam Radio that is up your alley, that something that you get joy and happiness from, so.
All right, Jason, what about you? I mean, you've got your own motives for coming back to this. We've had some serious discussion over 4 years on whether or not we even wanted to do this. And there was a lot of times where we were like, no, that it's not something that we really ever want to go back to. And Corey, same with you. It's just, this is a very hard commitment, but I truly believe that we're ready to do it now.
No, it's real easy to say, yeah, I'll be down there next Thursday, but then you're like, are you ready to be here the Thursday after?
And the Thursday after. And then all the time in between for equipment maintenance. There's a lot to do. But that's all internal. That's all just part of the game.
Right.
But Jason, I know your motives have changed beyond just the music and whatnot. I know you've become a gamer, and
I've always been a gamer. I mean,
it's all you now.
Oh, it's all me.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Move that mic around so that you're shooting right into the. There you go.
Is that better?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I've been a gamer. There was a point that I actually had a traveling job that I would actually leave every week and actually have to go to client sites and be there, trying to figure out how to do. I mean, Frank and I literally tried to figure out how we could actually do something like this with me on the road. And hotel wireless is about as bad as what we were experiencing earlier. So, yeah, and I mean, I got married, had kids. Things got kind of busy, kind of hectic with my life, and just adding anything else to it was just kind of not the right moment. But this is the right moment. I mean, I've kind of got to the point in my life where I need to do something instead of just sitting at home, going to work, and then go back home. So this is my little social experiment, if you will, is getting back out here. And I enjoyed it when we did it last time, going to shows. I used to be out here at AFTERSHOCK probably about 3 times a week. And yeah, I mean, I just really missed it. So I wanted to just come back out to it. Miss all my friends that I made out here. I actually miss, I'm going to use my words wisely. I miss going to the awards show.
Going was great.
Everything up to the day of and actually working it was like Frank and I's personal hell. Yeah, that's a whole segment and show on its own.
I'm gonna steal that mic. I'm going to have Jillian come down here, and if you don't mind, J Babs, I would love to steal that seat from you. Have Jillian have a seat really quick, and
it's because she's prettier than me, isn't it?
I bet if I put you in that skirt and those cowboy boots, I bet you would look pretty damn good too.
I look damn good in cowboy boots.
So, all right, Jillian, have a seat.
Oh, okay. All right. Have a seat.
We'll kill a little bit of time here. So, so I think.
Oh my gosh, this is weird. It's been a long time since I've been back in the Slam studios.
Yeah, so everybody knows Jillian, and everybody knows that we've been spamming the crap out of Facebook and everything, pimping this acoustic open mic night here at
Acoustic night, open mic.
Yes, I'm getting my words all jumbled. But it's been a good time. I think we're at week 7, and it's been a great time. One of the things, Julian, that I wanted to tell you is that you helped me rediscover local music, if you will. I know you're like, you're around everywhere, and sometimes you can get, especially when you've been doing things and the same things, week for 10 years, you can get in this autopilot mode. You I knew you would be the perfect person for this, but I didn't realize to what extent you would open my ears and my mind, and you have been responsible for not only the success of this, but bringing in some talent that I didn't know existed, and some music that I probably would have never even listened to. And it's made me just really take a step back and rediscover, local music, and this whole singer-songwriter thing is amazing. What do you? I know you love local music. You're a local musician yourself, but what do you love about open mic night? And I'm not just talking about here at AFTERSHOCK, because you host and you perform at these all week long. So, what do these kind of nights mean to you?
I feel like the main reason like I wanted to start an open mic, and just I see like kind of if this is being cheesy, but I kind of see the beauty of what an open mic night or an open jam night does for people. It connects people of all different like ages and genres and races and religions, and that I'm being a total cheeseball right now, but I see that, and I feel like it's a great networking opportunity, because we've been really lucky here at AFTERSHOCK with the open mic that we've had all sorts of genres come out, we've had all sorts of people come out, and I've seen people shake hands and meet new people and make new friends and make new connections. And that's what it's about, and that's what it was about for me years ago when I started going to them myself to test out new material. And yeah, I've performed forever before that, but going to an open mic as whether you're a total amateur or you're a semi-professional or whatever, it's a way to connect with people, discover new music and network, and I think it's a beautiful thing.
No, I agree. I think you hit the nail right on the head. And most importantly, it brings it back to what it's really truly all about, and that's the song. It's about music. We have a simple stage, simple lighting, a simple PA. There's no ego boxes. There's no stage scrims. It's just
those are fun, but
yes, those are fun. But that's not what this is about. It's really truly about the song. It's about the music. It's about the lyrics, and it's music in its purest form. And I have loved this. This has really become my favorite night of the week. It even trumps Taco Tuesday. So,
Don't lie.
no, I'm not lying. If we could have tacos here, then it would be awesome.
I'd be set.
It would be awesome. So, the vibe is cool. I just I love what you do. I love what you brought to this venue. I love what you brought to me, and I think that's why people keep coming back. And every week, there's new musicians that have heard about it and showing up. Musicians that never probably thought they'd even step foot in AFTERSHOCK or even be down here, and that's what I love most about that. And that's you touched base on it, is that it's bringing out so many different people, and everybody just gets along great, and
right.
It's just a celebration of music.
Right, and that's something I wanted to do with this too, is like try to strip away those stigmas and those cliques, and it's so easy in any industry, especially in music, to have those
Yes.
groupings of people and places, and it comes naturally. But I feel like every time I see this event go on, everything just breaks away, and people are all just like here for the music.
Yes, it has nothing to do with anything other than music, and it's beautiful, and that's why I got into doing what I do, and it's just nice to, at the ripe age of I'll be 49 this month, is to have everything kind of come full circle, to have spent the last 5-6 years really just engaged in the business side of music, to be reminded that how I got into this in the first place was just being a music fan, a music fanboy, if you will, and it's just awesome. And now to have Frank down here, and to have Slam Radio back, and to have it be part of this is a good thing, and I only see your night here growing, and I see Slam growing with you and with this night, and thanks for having us down here.
Yeah, thank you.
I got to put you on the spot, Jillian. You've done a lot of open nights, especially around the Kansas City area, and a little bit outside with Lawrence and Topeka. And all of those, I want to know the top 3 artists that you found out of open mic. And that's gonna,
Man,
I know that's gonna
that
be
is
putting
like
on the
putting you
spot.
on the spot.
That's hard. Okay, and when you ask me questions like that, I am so indecisive as a person. Like, I'm just like, that is not a question you can ask me. Like, what are your top 3 influences, or what are your top 3 favorite bands? Like, really? Yeah, because that is me making, because it's like, okay, so with this particular event, we've been really just being an active performer myself. Like, I feel like we've been lucky, and a lot of people that have come up on the stage are not only beginners, but also people that have done a lot of really cool stuff in the scene, and I feel like are kind of influencers. We've had people like people from Champaign come out.
Right.
We've had Marvin, we've had your friend Andrew, Stone moons ago.
Yeah.
And Zoe Roars,
One of
Yes.
my guilty pleasures.
Yes.
Emma still rocks. Like, she's still great.
Does she still do music?
Yeah, she's just like Americana country.
Okay.
Yeah, now, which is really cool. And we've had the talent that's come out, I just am kind of like blown away by like people I haven't met before. Like, you think that you know everyone, and you're just like, wow, I don't. And there's all these talented people out there. Like, it's just amazing. And it's like, yes, I've been lucky enough to travel for music from California to Tennessee, around the Midwest, and I feel so thankful for that. And I see talented people everywhere, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, you're blown away every time you go somewhere, like, as a performer, from an inspiration piece, and just as a music fan yourself, so I'm not going to answer like, those are my top 3
I
friends,
didn't
there you
expect
go.
an answer. I really didn't. I just wanted to kind of
Yeah.
pull out. Now, there's someone that Corey especially, you've really been pushing.
Zoe.
Yeah, Zoe.
Zoe, and there's this other girl that is more. Here I hate stereotyping people and putting people in those groups, but I believe, she. I think you know her from Knuckleheads.
Is it Jenna?
Is that Jenna?
Jenna Ray?
The folk singer.
Yeah, so my good friend Jenna Ray, she runs a label called Lost Cowgirl Records, and we've had her and like Lily Moonflower come out, and a lot of like folk and Americana and
Yes.
blues people, which is awesome. I'd never expected to see that here at AFTERSHOCK.
No, and they
That's what's
are phenomenal. They capture this sound that is long lost, and even though they're performing on like modern equipment, somehow like she's got this retro voice that you vintage voice that it's just incredible. And then Zoe Roars, she is like she's like Kansas City's own Lady Gaga, but better. You know?
and like extra quirky.
Yes, and we have a little bit of everything. That's
Yeah.
what happens down here. Is everything from we had a metal kid once show up.
He
and
played Slayer acoustic.
He played Slayer acoustic and had Adam Lichtenhauer jump on the cajon, and I thought I've never seen anybody play the cajon so fast. I really thought we were going to have to call an MD for Adam that night, but everything happens down here on acoustic night. I guarantee if you haven't been down, you got to get down and you'll fall in love. You'll fall in love with the whole night. It's such a great time. So, with that being said, I think it's about time that you
Turn the music?
warm your people up. Yes.
Yeah, let's put them up on the stage and
Yeah.
let's see what they got.
I think Jillian always opens the night,
I started off with a few.
Okay, step on up.
and it's always a surprise. You never know.
We'll turn the mic that way. We'll turn the mic that way and let you do this.
Cool, you guys do your thing.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you, Jillian.
Thank you.
So again, every Thursday night, every other Thursday, get down here. Jillian's an awesome host, and she does such a great job. Awesome performer, and so little bit nervous. Really, that voice was thinking, what the hell are you doing, Corey? Here you go.
Over this way. Bring the mic.
You know, so, but it all worked out, right? Well, what's up, Ellen?
What's up? You want a beer?
I would love a shot of something. Yes, a
I asked
double.
about a beer.
Oh, I will take a beer too.
Want an Angry Orchard?
An Angry Orchard would be awesome.
What else?
Frank, do you need anything?
No, I'm good.
That's
You want a water?
I've got my stuff right here. So,
agua.
You want a shot of?
yeah, no big deal. Just we're just making orders during the live show. No big deal.
Oh, it's all good. Everybody knows that we're broadcasting from AFTERSHOCK, which is known to serve a few alcoholic drinks in its time. But anyway,
I
to
look
get
like hell tonight. I apologize.
Nah,
I
you
worked
are-
all day before this.
Nah.
I just saw myself in the camera and it's bad.
Now you're all good. You're all good, Frank. You look good to me. But like I was saying before, is until we kind of got the technical things figured out. I have to admit, I was sitting back going, man, look what you got yourself into. But man, as soon as we got those figured out, you counted us down, and we officially started the show, even though it was 45 minutes late. I got to admit, it feels like now like we never quit.
On the camera, and I just want to explain to people how we are right
Yes.
here, is Corey's actually right here, you know, where I'm touching him.
Right.
You know, but the way that it looks like on the camera here is I'm in a different city because I've got a wood gate behind me, you've got a stage behind you.
Right.
Yeah, it looks like we're in two totally different places, but we're actually kind of like literally right here.
Yes.
With just two cameras. So I had someone message me and ask where I really was.
Oh,
And
no,
I was
Frank
like, no,
is...
I'm here. Yeah, see here. There's my
But over the next, I shouldn't even say over the next few weeks, because I know how you and J-Babs are. You're going to take everything tonight, good and the bad, and before we broadcast again, you're going to have all the bugs worked out. And again, not to keep saying the same things over. Really, that's what tonight was about.
This was our kickoff show.
Right.
It wasn't even a show, really. It's not really what Slam is. It's not really. It's more of just let's test the waters and
Right.
find out what we got, where we are. We're not even using our graphics package tonight and our transitions and all
No.
these different things that we've set up for, to
Absolutely.
enhance Slam. I should
Well-
say. We've kind of stripped it down and did just kind of your basic
No, this is
basic broadcast.
no, this is your mic is live. Go.
Yep.
No commercial breaks. No funny noises. No bumpers. If you guys know what a bumper is, basically, again, this is more about testing
No
the
outros,
technical
no
side.
intros.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll have all that ready.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, open it up.
Yeah. So
That's Julian behind me. See, I'm at AFTERSHOCK.
Julian's,
Oh, friends.
What someone messaged me, you're not really there because you've got a whole different background.
but no, it feels good to be back. So
Where's the camera? Oh, right
hopefully,
And then there's
there. There's Corey.
yeah.
yeah, and, so over the next couple of days, we're open to everybody. We want to know how things sounded on your end, and we know that they're not perfect tonight, but we promise that by the next time you tune in, everything all the bugs will be ironed out.
Tonight we are actually outside.
Yes.
We're on a plastic table on cell phone internet, and having fun is all this is about.
That's right.
And it's going to get better. We have a studio that we're in the middle of building of.
Right.
We have more cameras to hook up. We have more, just there's more. And that's
Right.
the only thing I can say.
More again, this is the beta, if you will, the beta stripped down, no frills, just a live mic.
Everyone comes over here. Brian. Step on
Yeah, you can have a seat,
on
my
it.
man.
You were part of Old Slam.
Slam
I was part of A Slam.
Slam 1.0.
Yeah.
2.0.
Yeah, actually,
Yes.
he was part of 2.0, but we had that whole
That's right.
explosion that kind of.
Well, it's a hot mic.
It's really hot.
These fellows over here to your right, Brian, they are Actually, not tabletop. Oh my god! You know, old school stuff. You know, like D&D and
all right.
and Magic and things like that. And so,
cheers. What about D&D and Magic?
That's the show that these fellas are hosting right behind you. So,
I've been playing way too much Magic. You and I got to go back again.
What's that?
We've been playing too much Magic. We got to go back.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
back again sometime soon.
I've been playing
by the way,
with.
hello, Cucks. How is everybody doing?
I've been playing with Brian online with that Magic the Gathering online.
Magic Gathering Arena.
Yeah, Arena.
Which
Yeah, I should know that.
Yeah, I kind of hate that it is named that because of you.
But that game is fun. You can beat the hell out of each other.
Oh, I can beat the hell out of you all day.
Oh man, I tell you, your red deck, what is it? Your red white or your blue white is just destructive.
I'm getting hugs. I'm being missed. I'm right here. How can you miss me?
I'm going to give you a shout out.
I have gone way too long all the time. My deck right now is about a black and white one that I'm running right now.
Okay,
And
so it's a control.
Well, black, white, and red.
You're running a triple?
I'm running a triple, yeah.
Oh.
And it is a token beast. it will kill you in about 5 turns.
So you have like 19 tokens out there to just totally.
Within about 10.
Corey is just lost. He's never played MTG at all.
We gotta get you on it, man.
Now, a few years ago, Frank got me in on, well, barely. He convinced me that I needed to get into Magic, not like pulling rabbits out of hats, but the game, the card
Jillian,
game.
just let us know when you're ready.
What I didn't know was he was just trying to talk me into going out and
Let's
buying
take a
a
quick
buttload
break
of
and
cards
turn
so
this
he
over
could
to-
ultimately come through and pick the ones he wanted from me. So I still have all the ones he didn't pick, so I assume they're not worth anything.
Let's swing the mic over and let's give this to Jillian since she's up on the stage real quick. Can't see her really that well because of the light, but there, now I got her.
Sing a lot of olden.
Okay, I'll be here. Yeah, I think that's good. Jumping on that. I was trying to put a few of them together for Halloween, but I don't think it's going to come through. And I kind of communicated that with your front zombie. So I just need to touch base with him.
Front dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is says done.
Sorry, guys.
Okay, we good? All right. I see a lot of old and familiar faces hanging out here at AFTERSHOCK this evening, which is really cool. And that is because it is the relaunch of Slam Radio. Yeah, I'm going to clap for that because that's exciting. I don't know if anyone is around. I know some of you are around for that because, like I said, I see some old and familiar faces here at AFTERSHOCK tonight for that. So that is exciting. They are streaming live all over the web right now. So if you want to check that out on your phone and make some, sweet comments and all that, share it on your pages. They're streaming live to Twitch and YouTube and I think Facebook and all of the places. There's a sign hanging out there. But yes, welcome to Acoustic Nights Open Mic here at AFTERSHOCK on the Outback stage. Thank you guys for coming out tonight and hanging out with us. Performers, if you are a musician, if you are a performer, and you want to perform and you haven't signed up yet, clipboard is here up front. Just write your name and
Mandy?
we'll get to you after
Mandy.
I play a couple songs for you guys. I'm your host, Jillian Risco, for anybody that I haven't met. Hi, hello, how are you? I hope you guys are having a wonderful Thursday, but that was a question. How are you guys doing tonight?
Hope more people show up.
I'm going to ask one more time because that was a little mild. How are you guys doing tonight?
The light is nice.
Okay, that's better. I know it's an acoustic night, and I know it's a weekday, but guess what? It's Friday Eve. It's weekend Eve. So, we have cheap drinks tonight. We have $3 bottles and wells and specials of all kinds. So just kindly ask your bartender. And like I said, guys, it's plug and play. Sign-up sheet is right here on the front. And if you're here for just the music, grab a drink, sit back, relax, and I'm going to start this thing off. I've done this the past couple times, but I love this song, so I'm going to do it again. Sorry, Corey, because I love it so much.
I'll probably love it too, and I don't even know what it is
You know
yet.
what it is. We're going to get 90s pop on ya.
When I got in locked and tight, century of lonely nights, if someone makes me lay your lips and roses my way, that don't mean I'm better baby. Thank you. I think my guitar pick just went into the abyss of inside my guitar, so un momento.
All right.
It did.
Jillian Risco, your
Does anyone have a guitar pick? Oh, thank you.
Kansas City local girl. She's also the host
That one meme, I don't
of
know if like any of my musician friends
Open
have
Mic.
seen it, any Office fans. It's
Here
like,
at AFTERSHOCK.
what's his name, looking out from like behind the curtain, the blinds, and it's like guitar pick and me, and it's just like this face.
you gotta love this amateur internet
okay,
radio.
I'm gonna slow down on the next one.
It will get better.
I've been
be
in
better.
the studio
Eventually.
Eventually.
at New Record Company. Yeah, woo! I know I have a friend or two.
Jillian, just getting everybody warmed up here. She every night, that's our every open mic night. That's kind of how it goes down. Is she takes the stage, does a few songs, gets everybody loosened up, and then she'll turn over the mic and the stage to the other performers that are waiting. So too late, get on down here if you want. It's always a good time. Cheap drinks, and
it's just about.
We got hot dogs. We got Chad We're on hot dogs in the back. Donation only. So $3 for a beer, a free hot dog, and all the great music you can take in. So here at AFTERSHOCK. Of what's going on down here. I'm going to show you all of it because then you want to come down. So, we got a song. You want to come down? You want to share it with the world? AFTERSHOCK is the place to be. Guitar, banjo, whatever it is you got, bring it on down. Bring her someday. And that's what tonight's all about. Also, it's about the Slam Radio and reinventing itself and trying our best to be the glue between you and music and everything else going on in Kansas City. So, a lot of things going on this coming week in Kansas City. It's that time of the year. Renaissance Festival is going on. You know, in all the years, I've never been down there. I think I'm one of the very few people that have never been to the Renaissance Festival. And this weekend won't be any different because tomorrow night I'll be here celebrating my birthday. We got several bands that are going to come. We got bands on the indoor stage and the outdoor stage. And that's tomorrow night. So come down, celebrate my birthday with me. Take in some great local music and just be kicking like we always do. Mr. Matt Blackman has shown up. You can't see him, but I'm going to get him to take the seat here in a second. Just the mic, so he can sit down and join in on the.
What do we get? Oh, camera work now.
So, well, yeah, that's one of the new things. I mean, there's a new rebuild in the old studio. Now I'm talking about the original Slam studio. We're doing a rebuild in there. If you went in there right now, you would see we got lumber and basically Frank's building the broadcast table of his dreams, if you will.
In the studio, we're recording that one and another one right now with Avenue Record Company.
Anyway, we wanted to let me know when I get a good shot there.
By November at the latest.
It won't stay up there. All right, how's that?
So yeah, and also like I've mentioned online before, so anybody has check their stuff out online.
Kind of.
Cover
Some of
version,
you
I don't care what you guys
remember
play,
Matt from if you were around during the old Slam days. You remember Matt and Big Mike host. Even though I had my own show, I have to admit my favorite show on Slam was this guy's show because him and Mike like played. They had a metal show, and before you think, oh, metal. I'm talking talking about like these guys played the metal that you just don't really hear much of anymore unless it's on unless you're breaking out your old vinyl and CDs and playing it yourself.
B-sides and bootlegs, man. I mean,
Yes.
the traditional stuff is fine, but man, it had to be those deep cuts. If it didn't, what difference were we than any other show out there?
No, and you guys definitely carved out your own niche and had your own thing going on, and you did some good interviews during that time.
Oh, man.
You interviewed Rudy Sarzo from like Basis Extraordinaire from Whitesnake.
Yep.
Riot.
I still the biggest one was that night we interviewed Tracy Guns. But that was you. You hooked that up. We slam dunked it.
Yes.
That was break the servers, one on, one off. It was that was insane.
You guys back in the day were blowing up the servers, and what I mean by that was like we had to re-up every time these guys broadcasted. The next week we had to pay for more bandwidth because the listenership was expanding. And I say that they interviewed the girls like Tracy Guns and Rudy Sarzo. I'm not telling you it was just convenient because they were in town playing AFTERSHOCK. No, these were like call-in interviews that they specifically wanted to be on the Metal DNA show. And
I remember Tracy told us, we talked to him when he came through with Devil City Angels. We were talking to him on the bus. Yes, on the bus. He actually remembered us. He was actually, that night, he was sitting on his back porch overlooking LA. And he was literally sitting there with a pack of cigarettes, a Jack and Coke, and he sat and talked to us. And it wasn't some, your usual radio interviews. You're, 5-10 minutes, and you're getting the beat in your ear. You got to go. He didn't have his publicist with him. That was what, like an hour?
in other words, he didn't send over the question.
Nope.
I already had the answers ready.
We drilled him, and he nailed every one of them. That was one of the best times we ever had on the radio, man. Those were good times, man. Not here to say anything. I mean, there might be some rumblings.
That's what I hear.
We can't put anything out there because decisions have to be made on two fronts, and there's a few people chit-chatting about some things, and
it's been 4 years since Slam left. And earlier, before we got started tonight, Frank said that although Slam's going to represent a lot of different things this time around, what's it represent to you? What's it represent to you in the past? And it's very much like you sitting here is a testimony to what Slam is today. That Slam is music. Music is Slam. It ties so many people together. Like I said, it's the glue, and that's the fact that it's been a while since I've seen you.
It's been a minute. Things are different. Like when you guys went live last week and made the announcement about tonight, Slam going live. Frank talked about his life is different. You've stepped into a different life. You're still doing what you do. You're still a strat raiser. But since that time when Slam was around, you rolled in an occasional national act. But it was still putting together local shows, doing your thing, and you did it well. But now you're bringing in so many. You're bringing in probably more national acts than you do local shows. It's an evolution of business. You can't just do the same thing over and over again and expect it to keep working.
Right. And that's been one of the beauty things. Everything you just said.
Also, a reminder that this is a live.
Like that goes on tonight, this acoustic night.
Oh yes,
is definitely the stripped down version of everything. And that's why I've fallen in love with this acoustic night, is because it's just about the music. It's about the song.
You can come down here and, occasionally when you get somebody up there, you've never seen them around, you've never seen them before. I'll go as far as this. I remember probably the second or first show I went out to, when I got into Slam and I started finding out where the venues are, I'm like, okay, I'm going to just dive head first with the deep end. I want to go catch all the shows. I want to meet people. And I will never forget, and believe it or not, because how old he is now, I saw at the Riot Room, I took a video and I sent it to I sent it to Shauna, my wife, and I said, you have got to see this. I said, you're not going to believe this. And she responded to the video, and she goes, wait a minute, that's a kid. She goes, how old is he? I said, he's got to be maybe 16. And it was the first time I ever saw Sean Thibodeau.
Oh, right.
You know, and I'm
was
like,
a kid.
oh yeah, he was. He was a little kid. And now we're talking about a guy that's been out on tour with Godsmack. Seven Dust. You know, you name it. But, you know, when you were talking about what's Slam to you, dude, I can make it real simple right now. I can break it down real easy. Slam is, I owe my life to him. I honestly do, because everybody I know, you, J-Babs, Frank, you know, Brian, literally 90% of my friends list is all the people that I met in the music scene here in town because of Slam. And, you know, and this ugly son of a bitch walking up.
Brian,
you know, right?
Before you, and
you know, I mean, literally, and I've done things. I've lived such an extraordinary life because of this. You know, I mean, how many days have we spent baking in the sun in a tent, backstage behind everything at Rocklahoma?
Oh,
you know,
while you guys were baking backstage in a sun, interviewing the stars, I was passed out.
Yeah, that was the year we found you in a porta potty.
In a porta potty.
For those of you who don't know this story, just real quick, we all get there at about probably we got there about 1 o'clock in the morning the night before.
Right.
We partied till probably 4 or 5 in the morning because there's stages that are happening then.
And those are the rules.
Yes, that's what you do.
Yeah.
And we decided, okay, couple hours of shut-eye, then we got to be over for call at 8 at the tent. And so we all stumble out of the RV, and we notice it's like probably 6:45, 7, and we can't find Corey. We're like, oh, he probably had to go to the bathroom. He probably headed over there, whatever. Well, you know, and he's not over at the tent. He's not on call. He's not in anything. And all of a sudden, everybody starts going around, and they're like, nah, okay, we'll check the bathroom. Why not? Sure enough, the first porta potty that they open, there you are, passed out. I mean, no. There was no waking you up, nothing. You were straight asleep in a porta potty.
That is...
I'm actually, you know what? I was impressed.
And that's the least of the horrific stories that people can tell about
Let me add
Oklahoma.
that little bit of story, because I was the one that came over there to wake you up.
Right.
Corey just knocked on a bunch of doors, and all of a sudden you're...
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's kind of...
I'm up.
It's
Sorry.
Fucking hilarious.
Yes.
That's great, man.
I get that same feeling when I have to use the restroom on an airplane. It's like a flashback to the that night. I don't even know how I ended up in there. I don't think it was. I think I was taking shelter or something.
Hey, you know, I'm gonna guess you probably were trying. My guess was always you were probably trying to stumble back to the RV, and because those grounds are so large,
right?
You probably stopped to take a breather
and just passed out.
And when you sat down and got off your feet, that tired set in and it just hit you.
No, I remember.
Because man, it didn't matter, dude. We could be sleeping cockeyed in the front seat, you know,
right
on the center console with drinks in there, and you'd have something stuck in your back. You could still fall asleep. It didn't matter. That was life on the road at Rocklahoma, man.
And that was you.
And those things
you didn't get much sleep. You know.
No, you didn't. But you know what? We came back with stories and memories that. When I talk to my friends, like at my work now, and I tell them about some of those stuff, man, it is like telling a kid you know Santa Claus. Some of the stories we've got from the road and stories we've got from shows.
You in those Rocklahoma days, and again, to bring everybody up to speed, we were there to party.
Oh, without a doubt. But there was work.
Yeah,
no, people don't understand. Yeah. You know, everybody thinks, oh man, interviews are easy. Yeah, and you know what? They're not that hard when you figure out what you're doing. But let me tell you something. Do 37 of them in one day.
Yeah, because that's what we were there for.
And you are done. You're cooked by the end of the night. Yeah. You just want to drink beer, shut up, and listen to music.
Right. And that's what we were there for. We had press passes, so we would spend all day in the press tent interviewing all the artists. Now, that leads me, do you have a favorite moment? Not forget the partying, but just
right now we are actually
any interview that stands out, and any part of any interview that stands out that you can hold on to.
Okay, you know what? The one that stood out to me, and honestly, and I'm putting aside my fandom, don't get me wrong, I had great interviews. I had a few that had hilarious guffaws, if you will, that I won't go into. I can cover those another time when you're just having fun. But I'm going to set aside my fandom. This actually was one of the coolest moments as doing what we do. Okay, there are national tables, 15 feet from us. We're a little
Right.
internet radio station based out of Kansas City. We just got the right people. We're able to get in and do what we do and have our press pass. And you see these guys go around and they hit each table, 5-10 minutes. But Kyle was the newly added bassist to Hell Yeah.
Right.
When they were there. And he sat down at our table and he didn't know what to expect because there we are with our small, our small little computer and our little board and our little bit of equipment and everything while these other guys are running huge rigs.
Right.
And everything. And we started talking and his people were looking at him and telling him, giving him the wrap-up signal. And it was the moment when he looked at his people and went, and we kept going, and we ended up talking for like 15, 20 minutes.
Basically, he waved them on.
Yeah, he waved his people off, and when we got done, we closed it out, and I shut everything down, got it all wrapped up so we could, edit everything and do all our stuff. And when we took the headphones off, he sat there, and he goes, dude, that was done dozens, if not hundreds of these. He goes, you don't ask those stupid standard questions. He goes, man, that was fun.
Right.
Because that was really, and to hear somebody say that and tell you that when you're some baby face, fresh on the scene guy, that was a hell of a moment for me. It meant that I was doing all right at what I was trying to do.
I think we weren't hired guns. We're not professional radio people. We're just fans.
We're fans who got put in a really cool position and we eat it up.
They know that Slam Radio has been off the air for 4 years. We've gotten invited back to media every year after, and although it's been probably since last time you were there that I was there, but Frank went down. Yeah, he went down this year. Yeah. And he got some pretty good interviews. I know I've seen that they got the interview more. So even though technically Slam Radio has been dormant for 4 years, it's in a lot of ways been active behind the scenes. Like we've got 4 years worth of Rocklahoma interviews that we can just pick up. Right. And that's stuff for you and Mike. If you were ever we can pull some. Yeah. Oh yeah. For you guys to pull from, and who knows?
Like I said, there's a lot that has to happen. I know the second you guys announced the relaunch, obviously it crossed my mind. I have a completely different life now. I'm still obviously me and Sean are still going strong. We've got the 4 kids at home. I've got a little girl at home that doesn't even know Daddy was ever on the radio. She was 4 the last time I was on there. She didn't know any better.
Well, Mr. J Babs is.
I know, and he's a newly a parent.
How many months you into this? 9 months, not even.
Yeah. Oh man, you haven't even gotten the first birthday yet. That's right. Wow.
Frank has a new daughter.
I know. Oh man, I tell you what, I have loved watching that little girl grow up. I swear to God, I thought you were going to be the most colossal screw up as a parent, but you have knocked it out of the park. I'm going to give most of the credit to Angela, but he is sticking around and he is still trying. And I'll give credit to any parent who's trying, even though they may not be good at it. As long as they're putting in the effort, then they're a good parent in my eyes. So he's doing all right.
Well, I know his secret on how he maintains. So, right. So anyway, this whole camera thing is going to be taking a little bit of getting.
We're gonna have to, like if we're in the studio, we're gonna have to keep clothes on. I'm sure there are some guidelines. That's gonna be weird. That is gonna be weird for me to have to. If I was to come back, that would be weird for me to do a show with pants on. Because that was standard fare.
Remember the girls?
Oh.
The things.
Oh yeah. Dude, are you kidding me? I had Sean Tippitoes on my show one day, and we got a picture of him standing in the corner with his pants around his ankles.
Yeah, well.
We never told anyone what he was doing. We weren't even sure what he was doing, but it made for good entertainment.
There's videos out. There's videos out there of some of the shows they did that I don't even think I can talk about, to be honest.
Yeah. There's still some stuff that we. Yeah, and there were some shows. I was actually telling a friend of mine last night. The infamous. Me and Mikey dubbed this the infamous third show. We were infants. None of us knew what we were doing. I was still trying to figure out the board. I'd had a whole 5 minutes of training on it.
Right.
Thank you, Mersbrock. He literally showed me buttons for 5 minutes and then dipped. He was gone. I was like, no, I'll figure it out. We were on show number 3, and I remember we invited in. We decided we'd split the show up. First half of the show, for the first hour, we were going to have in 9-Volt Junkie.
Right.
And we got Griff and Phil to come in. And then we were going to have Sober Overdose come in from 8 to 9, which Alan Roach and his crew. Well, and that's when we were in the studio where it's at right now. We were in the old studio.
Right, the original G.
We had the leather couch. We had the extra boom mics. The whole 9 yards. Everybody was comfortable. Well, and I remember and a stripper pole. And I remember Phil and Griff showed up, and they were both carrying beer with them. They had a handle of whiskey, and we ran with it. We were drinking. We were having a good time, and we decided, you know what? We're having a good time. We got enough mics. We're just going to let them run. And Sober Overdose showed up with another handle of whiskey, with another handle of whiskey and more beer. And I remember getting a text from Frank saying, I want to pull the plug, but I can't quit laughing. Because that show went downhill and was one of our best shows in a heartbeat. Because it was so bad, because none of us, it was just, you couldn't understand hardly anything that was going on.
Right.
But we were having a blast.
Well, and a lot of those that sounds very familiar to a lot of nights in the studio. Needless to say, that went down.
Well, everything has its time. Everything has its course. Like I said, I'm doing different things now. I'm in a completely different avenue work-wise. I got rid of the government gig that I had. Granted, it was plush hours, but the money wasn't there. But hey, guess what? I'm in a place now where I'm not only doing very well, I am very well respected, and if somebody who shall remain nameless happens to slip me a magic brownie, I'm not going to get suspended for 8.5 weeks because of it.
That's the important.
So I can enjoy life a little bit more now.
Right.
It takes a lot more for me to find free time because my job, unfortunately, the money that I make now is more than I've ever made. But on the same token, I learned a lesson that the good money does not show up between the hours of 8 and 5.
No, that's a sacrifice.
I go in at the morning at 7 and I get off when the work is done. That may be 6 o'clock at night. That may be 11 o'clock at night. We just never know.
Sounds like you got the time to squeeze a rock and roll radio show in there somewhere.
Like I said, that's one of the things that I've got to work out. Is I've got to talk to some people and make sure I can make the schedule work, because if something like that was going to happen, obviously me and Mikey took that show very seriously. We put a lot of heart, a lot of soul into that show. And the first thing we talked about, of course, obviously we talked, yes, there has been a conversation just out of the fact that we heard Slam relaunch, and we're like, man, if nothing else, let's just, run down Nostalgia Road for a little bit.
Right.
And we talked about it, and we said, if we were to do something like that again, we have to make sure that it is literally all or nothing. We either do it 100% the right way, the way we know how to do it, or it doesn't happen at all. Because, like I said, there's still a lot of things that have to be taken care of. My God, I just a few weeks ago, not even a month ago, I crossed into the 40 threshold. I got a lot of things going on that I got to, decisions are not like they were in my 20s. So I've got to calculate everything, and so does Mikey.
Well,
but like I said, there's talks, but we want to. Don't get me wrong, believe me, everything that's listening that you remember our show, believe me, we want to. But there's some things that have to happen before we can officially, say, okay, we're going to do this. So, believe me, we're in your corner. If nothing else, you've got us in your corner. We're here to support Slam no matter what. Whether we do a show or not, we're in it to win it. We're going to be behind you guys because
good.
You guys gave us, like I was saying earlier, I owe half of my life to Slam, and you and Frank are the ones that brought us in. So I mean, yeah. Anytime you guys do something,
It's
and J Babs as well from the Project Backstage days. I mean, all you guys have always been so damn good to me that, yeah, I'm gonna return the favor, and you best believe we're gonna be there to support everything that everybody's doing.
well, coming full circle. I think this time around is the realization of the things and the lessons we learned last time. Is this time around, not that it wasn't about having fun before, but it's just really totally about having fun with this now.
I think, you know what? I'll be the one to say it. I think we got to have so much fun that we forgot occasionally that there was a business side to it.
Right on. And well, Frank's given me the cue to wind this thing down.
Yeah,
so
not a problem, man.
Not with you, but wind the whole show down. All right, so folks, again, going all the way back to the beginning of this podcast. It took us a few minutes to get it going. We'll have all those kinks worked out for you next time. But Frank asked me earlier what slam meant to me. What slam means to me is exactly what I said before, and having Brian show up, having you show up, having Mandy Martinez show up, she had a show, to have Frank and J Babs here, that's the power of music, is that it's the common thread amongst all people, and it brings people together. So slam, no matter if it's 4 months, 12 months that me and you, we don't touch base. The moment that we get together, it's like it was yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. We don't miss a beat.
And that's the glue. And that's what slam, that's what music is amongst people. It's the glue that fills in the gaps between those kind of times. And so 4 years is a long time, but sitting here tonight with all of you guys, it feels like it was just yesterday. And so we're winging it. We know we have a little bit of direction where we're going, but that's the beauty of this time around, is that it's about fun.
We always winged it, and that was what made it fun. And I can tell you right now, it has been 4 years since I've sat here with a microphone in front of me, and it feels like old hat. It feels like I never left, and it feels honestly like home. I love doing this. I love what we did, and believe me, we are going to give it every effort. But we can't officially say anything yet. Some things have to be talked about, decided, worked out, kinks, schedules, but it is being talked about. I will say that much. So we're going to try.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed. With that, I'm going to turn the mic around so everyone can take a listen. Turn the camera around to the stage. We're going to wind this down, and we'll be back next week a little bit more prepared, a little bit wiser from the things we learned from this week. But thank you guys for tuning in. Feels good.
And mysterious falseness. What you don't know is you are the luckiest.
It's
Man, you're the luckiest. Man, you're the luckiest.
I know. Trust me, I bolted straight here from work. I asked to get off at 6.
Try to keep my faith, keep my mind. I hate to lose either one when the web cracks behind. People say everything's gonna be alright. People say I'm the luckiest. I'm is. Man, your love is. Too many curses and mysterious forces. What you don't know is who I'm the luckiest. Man, you're the luckiest. Man, you're the luckiest man. Alright, this next one is an original that I finished the lyrics for while I was sitting at the bar over there. Seems impossible that it's there for another round. With every day the tables turn into the ground. Or going home drunk again on a whiskey paying weekday night. It's how to swing that kind of thing into a same-beat life. Every passing week is pulling at your shoes. Growing tired of watching all you know slip over you. Shaky hands and finding sleep upon the ground. Pouring drinks for two when it's only you around. And you don't even seem to care. What's your purpose if you cannot share all you have and who you love? Find your way without a liquid kind of love. Well, I was about to bring some color to your life. I will take slowly like the heart you choose to hide. And all the time you spend just wishing you were. Time was better spent and finding what's there for. I'll pour one out for those who see you as you are, and another for the people at the bar. And if you can't find the kind of thing that makes the days go by, it might be time to walk that line and find your peace of mind. And it feels everything but fair. What's your purpose if you cannot share all you have and not there? Find your way without a liquid kind of love. Thank you. Sorry, I read the second verse first. Got a little confused. Alright, this is a song I wrote a couple of weeks ago, and with the help of my dad. Stories couldn't tell the truth. The boulders he moved for you. The lies you tell yourself when you're trying not to cry for help. The way he's going and every wrong you did on to him can be right. And every day you don't see his face, feels like you just might be tired. But the love you gave ease the worst of the pain. Yeah. Backyards and the barbecues, the card games and old vinyl blues, the road trips and the baseball games will always remain the same. And in one life you may not find someone who gets you the same, yeah. The days are gone, but not the songs. The melodies not start to fade. Just sing that tune, afternoon, yeah. When he's gone and every wrong you did on to her can't be righted, yeah. And every day you don't see his face, it feels like you just might be dying, yeah. But the love you gave